Good morning. We're actually here on time.
Why are we backwards?
Oh, I'll fix it.
Creeps me out.
We're not backwards anymore. I think we did that for Jess because she likes us on the opposite side.
I think we did. And then I also came into the stream later than you, so it's going to readjust, you know? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody?
Good.
Good.
Good. I just woke up, so I don't think I've had time for it to really be bad yet.
That's fair. I didn't wake up that long ago. So let us know how you are, what you're working on this morning. How is Nano going for you so far if you're participating? And then we're going to do 2 45-minute sprints.
I'm not participating in Nano because I'm just outlining. So
yeah. I'm not participating, but I also didn't start at 0. So I don't necessarily know what my word count was at the beginning of November. So that's going to be weird. But I will be drafting today.
You're not technically participating. You're just writing like it's.
I'm just writing 50,000 words this month, hopefully. Yeah. But have I written that yet? No. Have I gotten close to that yet? Mm-mm. That's all right. Good morning, Bree. Hello, Leah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to see you here.
You changed your picture.
Book 2 fully typed up now. So filler and edit rounds. That is amazing. Congratulations. That is epic. Way to get it done. Yesterday we got out of the house and went to like a little cafe. The little cafe was not comfortable, so we went and ran errands, went somewhere else to write, and tried to get words in, get outside of the house a little bit, write somewhere different. Did not work.
We just are having trouble finding like a good little indie like cafe or coffee shop that's also comfortable to sit and work at.
Yeah.
We've been struggling.
It's like they want you to get in and get out as fast as possible. Like, we're going to put the most uncomfortable chairs.
You're welcome to sit in here as long as you want. You're not going to be able to do it long.
Stay as long as you want at this oddly heighted table.
She said she looked over and she was like tits to table and I'm like way above and she's a lot taller than me. So she was like, what is happening?
We were right across from each other. It wasn't that big of a table. I was like, what kind of freaking Alice in Wonderland, Willy Wonka weird shit is this? I was like, I can't handle it. This is not working. Weird. Morning.
Morning.
You're going at your own pace. Yeah. My pace is normally Nano pace, but I realized since moving here, not so much. And not because of any other reason than I used to write a lot as a way to escape the situation I was in, being a constant caregiver and just needing something for myself. And now everything's for myself and I have options and I don't have to do that to de-stress. And now I'm like, oh, you know what would be nice? Staring out the window at the mountain. I'm going to do that instead. So we're getting there. Editing book 3, not participating in Nano. There's too much going on in November. It's fair. Multitasking, writing, and doing laundry. Love that. I got mine done Thursday. Okay. Yes. New image of my book. Shame. Hope you guys find a wonderful cafe.
We hope so too.
Yeah. We're trying. It's not for lack of trying. We did end up yesterday at like a Panera, and I was like, I would love to be like at some little indie coffee shop supporting them, but they're very uncomfortable. We'll find somewhere. I like to go to the library, the study room. Yep.
Even Julie was like, a library would be better than this, and I was like, and it would be quiet. I was like, because there were people talking very loudly behind us,
and very preachy music, trying to recruit us. So yeah, we'll find somewhere, and we do have a local library, and I'm sure we'll find an area that works for us. We just are still on the search. You'll have to bring your own tables and chairs. Ignore the strange looks. Writer has to do what writer has to do. Don't think I won't. I'll try anything. Sometimes you just have to get out of your own house, and be somewhere else. but it didn't work out the way we wanted to yesterday. But that's all right. Not sure what I'm going to work on this morning. Maybe reading, question mark. Family isn't up yet, so I don't know what they're doing today. Sure, that'll throw a wrench in things when they do get up. I finished a thriller that I was reading and then was like, I don't think I want to read a thriller anymore. So I started 2 different smutty novels and I'm like, I don't think I really want to read those. So I'm going to use it and write instead. Nothing to distract me. Making a dream into a story for Nano. I am not. I'm starting to think that I may be more a novella length.
Sometimes not all ideas are novels. Sometimes you have short stories. Sometimes you have novellas. It just depends.
Yeah.
You know.
I've had novellas or flash fiction that people have been like, but can you write the book? But yeah, it is the length that it is. The story is what the story is. So
yeah, because if the story is meant to be a novella and you work on lengthening it out into a novel, it'll just drag. And people say like, "Oh, there's parts that are really good, and then there's parts that just drag and doesn't make sense." It's because you don't need it.
Yeah.
I
love that your dreams can make stories, though. Like you've got more sane dreams than I do. But that's okay.
I have dreams, and I think that would be a good book idea. And then I write it down, and then like months later, I read it, and I'm like, "That's so stupid. What was I thinking?"
Yeah. But as soon as I woke up, it was epic.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh. Glad I sat on that one for a little. Glad I sat on that one. They are working today. I wasn't sure. All right. We are going to jump into the first of the 45-minute sprints because I've got that early morning brain. She might want to work. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yep.
Good. Whatever you're doing, do it well.
Good luck, everyone. Welcome back.
Hello.
Julie lost the screen. She was like, can't find.
It did that thing where like 5 screen, like every tab like separates and goes weird on my. I don't know what happened. I couldn't make it do that if I wanted to. Is basically what I'm getting at, but it happened on its own. How did we do?
Good. I'm working through chapter 6 now. I was on chapter 4 yesterday, so
Progressed.
I
got only, not only. I'm not going to do only. I got 330 words and then researched illnesses in an incognito tab because I'm trying to figure out what will kill women at a young age that's not cancer. And I didn't want that on my search history. So,
valid.
As one does. But next time, just all the words. I also filmed a video clip, so. Let's see what everybody said.
What did everybody say?
Siobhan said, it's got to be a dream you have several times before you write it. He said, nope. I woke up on the 1st and wrote it.
That's so bold. Like I would feel so unprepared for Nano if I've come up with ideas and then like stewed on them before Nano started and then started it as like a pantsing thing, but I've never had a dream the night before Nano and was like, yep,
that's what I'm doing.
That's what I'm writing. It's a bold decision.
I don't think I could do it. I also have never written anything from a dream. Take a shower. Took a shower. Now here to work on making money in Story Obsession, Friends of Mineral Town. Cool. Hello. Late, but here it counts.
You still weren't as late as we were last week.
That is valid. We were just getting on last week, so.
You were just getting on. I was just waking up.
I was just getting on. She was going, who are you talking to? I'm like, well, funny thing. I actually get through 10 pages of the 300 plus pages. Now I'm curious to learn what you found in your research. Listen, honestly, not a lot. It's all heart disease and cancer, neither of which I want them to have. Lupus is common, but not often deadly. So apparently we just die from cancer, heart disease, and suicide.
You can get breast cancer fairly early.
Yeah, but I don't want them to have cancer.
You could get hit by a car.
Yeah, but it has to be a slow, painful death.
Wow.
Yep.
And I'm the dark one.
Yeah. Lupus checks out if you have a more aggressive form. But it's still the front runner, Got myself some breakfast. Made an award recommendation for a friend.
Nice.
That is nice. I did just have granola. I was hungry. Catching up on cataloging ebooks that I've acquired this year. Turns out I have lots to fill in. I just filmed, edited, and uploaded for next week a book haul. It's a lot of books. It's a very lot of books.
Books that she's acquired since moving in here.
Just since getting here.
Yeah. And I looked at the pile of books on her desk and went, surely not. Surely that's wrong.
She's like, you don't have enough for a haul. For a haul, sure, you could do a haul, but
when I saw them, I was like, there's no way.
And then I went over each and every one and you were here when I got them all. And she was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Yeah. Working on making a ton of curry udon to make over
2 million gold.
Playing a game. Got it. Some sort of lung disease, coughing up blood. Can't remember what it's called. Motor neuron disease. Pancreatic insufficiency is pretty awful.
I mean,
sounds pretty awful.
Kidney
if you
disease.
really want them to suffer.
Kidney disease also kills.
That's what kills people with lupus normally is kidney disease. So lots of dialysis and stuff like that. Wrote for about 40 minutes and got about 728 words. It's fantastic.
I have a lot of firsthand knowledge of what it's like to watch somebody die from kidney disease. So if you need anybody to help you through that one,
that's definitely what you want to be talking about right now. Hey, can we walk through all of your trauma?
How it felt when your mom died of kidney disease.
It hasn't even been, a year, but could I profit from your trauma? Could you maybe just
look, at least somebody should profit from my trauma. So.
I'm going to need you to go in detail about how horrible it was. Thank you.
Yes. However, I'm not the one who wrote a book about my trauma whilst still in the trauma.
Nope, that's a special gift. Oops.
Oh, I'm dealing with my grandmother that has Alzheimer's and dementia. Maybe I should write a character who's dealing with their grandmother that has Alzheimer's and dementia. Oh no, this sucks.
I was like, this is not what I want to be writing. I had to stop. Like, I was like, I can't do as much.
Yeah.
I left a lot of those scenes. I was like, that's too much.
But I would be happy to help you through that. The trauma for that is not that bad. It was a very long one for her, so it's not like.
But it's very fresh for you in a lot of ways.
Maybe it's good to talk about it. Since I don't have a therapist anymore, since I moved to Pennsylvania. Because I was like, yay, I'm finally gonna get a therapist. I'm finally gonna get into therapy. I'm gonna make that step. I'm gonna finally do it. And then I was like, I'm moving to Pennsylvania in 3 months. She was like, oh, I can't work in Pennsylvania, so we'll have to just stop seeing each other in 3 months. And I'm like, no. So no. And I have to wait for my insurance to change. So I can get one here.
Yeah. Bullshit. Yeah. Ooh, I finished my first diamond painting. I'm starting my next today. Once my replacement light pad comes in. Seriously, nothing improves your diamond painting like a light pad.
But here's the thing: light pads, they need to get their stuff together. They need to make it a switch that's flat, right? Because when they have it just as a touch button, how many times did I touch that stupid button while I was diamond painting and it would just turn off and I would be like, let's turn it back on. Like, make it a flat switch that you actually have to physically move.
A toggle.
Yeah. Like a toggle.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Sorry, I didn't know I had so much anger about that still.
You do.
It's been a year since I've diamond painted.
It's been a minute, yeah. Oh. I was too. No. Amber's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that, so.
Yeah.
I'll have a.
My mom was in multiple kinds of dialysis. She was on dialysis for over 15 years, which is very uncommon.
Yeah.
I've actually I had to go through a lot of, because when she was on her first dialysis, she did it at home. So she had to have somebody that in case she got sick could do it for her. So I had to go through like a school thing to learn how to do it to her. That sounded wrong. But I know quite a bit. Yeah. I've had to learn a lot of stuff about the kidneys and how they work. So
I got my girl if I need it. Wouldn't do video chat?
Who?
Who
wouldn't do video chats?
I don't know what we were talking about.
I don't know.
What are we talking about? Siobhan, what are we talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, the one I had gotten was changing settings when I wasn't touching it at all. And then when I was touching it to change it or turn it off, it wouldn't respond. Plus, it was missing the stand. Gotcha.
Valid. Do you have anything coming from FedEx?
I don't know, question mark? I have like 30 books coming, but I don't think they would have printed and shipped this fast. Like, of my books. I'm not buying more books.
I doubt it, knowing the shit show that's going on with that new Fourth Wing book. I doubt they'd get here that fast.
No, it has delayed, if not completely halted, all printing on my tiny little book as they scramble to get enough copies of that and fix printing errors and whatnot. So that's been fun on my release week slash month slash whatever. But yeah, I don't think so.
Amber's therapist. No, I did do video chats,
Oh.
but it depends. So, thing I didn't know is the therapist is only licensed for the state that they're in. So you have to live in the state that they are licensed in, like your residence. So because my residence was changing to Pennsylvania, she legally could not unless she was licensed in Pennsylvania. And she said most are only licensed in the state that they live in. So
Yeah.
which it's what I figured. I was like, I'm doing the video therapist, like it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, it was virtual.
But it did, apparently. It does.
Thanks for getting us there. We forgot about it that fast.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome. Let us know what you're working on. Family must have made noises awakening because the dogs are howling. They only do when somebody gets up. Medications he took. There's lots of complications with
It
most
is
things,
just
but
like it's why it also sucks seeing people die from like COVID because it's something that was preventable or something that was treatable. It's just that if it got you at the beginning, it got you, man. And you wouldn't even know if your body was strong enough to handle it. You'd be like, oh, if they get it, they're fine, and they get it and they're gone. You're like, how? They were so young and strong. It sucks watching people die from things that they could
but yeah.
prevent. And even things that they can't prevent just from like my dad's father, my grandfather, never met him. He died before I was born, but he was in the military, went to like Vietnam or one of those wars back in like the 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Like lost almost his whole battalion, made it out, came home, was trimming a tree and it fell on him and killed him. Can you imagine making it through a war and coming home and a tree falls on you? Man,
Some Final Destination bullshit.
yeah. Yeah. But my grandfather is in a lot of history books because there's a very famous picture of him. And nobody ever believes me. And I'm like, my grandmother literally had the original copy of that picture. And he looks like exactly like my dad. So,
Oh, happy birthday, Grandpa.
oh,
That is crazy.
maybe sort of some respiratory illness, Julie.
Possibly.
I mean, yeah, pneumonia could kill people.
Yeah.
Like, there's different things that you could get.
Yep. There's new stuff every day. Happy Veterans Day. Yes. I work for my job is very military based. So
Yeah.
I'm actually have my phone on and have to be doing work today because we have a Veterans Day run. Well, what is it? It's a fundraiser.
It's a fun run.
We have like a 5K, 10K, and 1 mile dog walk going on today. And I've got to be reposting pictures. So I'm doing partial work as well. Why I took off yesterday and we had all day out. So I got to work today. So let's try to get some words in before that stuff starts happening again. Sound good?
That's good. I don't know what stuff you're talking about.
Before they start really getting me stuff I have to do.
All right. Good luck, everyone. Oh, it is back.
I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm in the middle of doing something. I'm not.
But they can see you.
Yeah.
And you can hear me. So you're back. How'd you guys do? I found out that Pro Writing Aid added a bunch of new features, and I played around with that a lot on my first chapter. So,
Or you can suck a dick. It doesn't work for Mac at all. Okay.
Forest Elf joined us. I hope you got some words. That was our last sprint, unfortunately, but I think there are plenty going on this weekend. So Julie said hi. You're not still here, but bye, Stacy. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna be writing pretty much all day. We have some errands to run a little bit, but then we'll be writing. So if you want to hang out with us later, let us know.
We'll be here. I got about 1,000 words in, which was good. Definitely moving through a chapter where I at least know what I'm doing, which is fantastic. And I love that for me. And I fully know where I'm going for at least the foreseeable future through the midpoint, which is great because I spent time yesterday doing a lot of outline work. So I'm ready to move forward for the day, feeling good about continuing to write.
It's awesome.
Which is good. It's a good way to start the day, to wake up and start,
Yeah.
I'll take it.
We actually did good making these sprints, didn't we?
Look at that.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
So I got 1,300 words. A rabbit hole of research on healthcare insurance. Take forever. Got some edits done on my Mead report. Fantastic. Got 1407. Crushing it. I love that you guys are utilizing the 45 so well. Didn't edit. I watched Ellen Brock's newest video on character arcs.
Learning writing things is still a part of the writing process.
It is.
So
as is introduction and just thinking time, it all counts.
It all counts.
Added a new scene.
Yay.
Love it. Taking headache medicine before it gets real bad because I want to keep being productive. 600 words. One was a silly side exercise because I was bored with myself. I don't know that it's a silly side exercise. I think that every writing helps improve your writing. So even if it had nothing to do with the story, still something. And it got you out of your little funk.
Yeah.
Progress. 6 pages down and investigated a loud bang from the kitchen. Cat's up to no good.
Sounds about right.
I walked into my room. My cat looked too comfortable, so I picked her up and snuggled her, and she got big mad about it. She does not let me pick her up or snuggle her. 12 pages reading of Seize the Fire. It's apparently a biography about the battle between the Brits, French, and Spaniards in 1805.
Speaking of your cat, whenever you did pick her up and you brought her over here to the windowsill, you put her down and she looked at me like, "Can you believe this bitch?" She looked at me like, "Are you not going to say something to her? You just let her pick me up?" And I'm like, "You're not. I don't know what to do for you. You're not mine."
Yeah, she's not a fan of being lifted, of hoisted, or I could be sitting down on the floor and pick her up, and she's still like,
she doesn't.
She hates it.
Like her legs to leave the floor or surface that she's on unless she deems it.
I had her so tight and snuggled and supported, and she allowed it to happen for a minute, and I took her over to the window because I haven't seen her over here, and there's a ton of construction going on, and I'm like, I think it would be interesting for her to watch. But she straight up got down, turned around, glared at me, and walked out of the room.
It was like the Office. It was like the Office whenever it pans over to like Jim and he looks at the camera like, yeah. That's how she looked at me like,
yeah.
Can you believe
this? Is she
this?
curled back up on my bed again?
Yep.
Yeah, she's like, this is where I want it to be. How very dare you? She hates it. Hates it. Got a lot of missing info filled in on my spreadsheets and said good morning to the birthday boy. My nephew turns 2 today. Oh, that's a cute age. It's chaotic, but it's cute. Just got back. I guess I'll have to write some more later. I know that, I don't know if Jess is still here, but I know that there's a 30-hour write-a-thon going on that I think starts tonight or today. I don't know when. Jess is sprinting at 11 p.m. EST. And it's nano, guys. There's sprints everywhere. I'm sure we'll be in some later too. I'm so behind on nano, so this is the first I've written in like 4 or 5 days. Same. I went through the week pretty much like almost going from our sprints writing to not at all to like yesterday trying to. So it's my goal now to write every day. Try to get better. I needed it. Good. I'm glad. That's a great start. I don't know what time zone you're in, but hopefully that's a good start to your day and you can just continue to roll. Or the reason why I was late. Yeah. Yeah. If she let me snuggle her, man, it'd be a mess. I'd never be here. I'd never do anything. She strongly dislikes being lifted.
Very strongly.
She does.
She's immediately like, no.
To be fair, she's 13. I got her at 11. I have no idea what her life was like those first 11 years, but she's just like, no, thank you. My mom had a cat like that, except no one else but my mom could pick her up. Anyone else was getting clawed in the face. It's fair.
Yeah, I feel like if you didn't pull her in so tight, she would claw you in the face.
She'd have to work to get the back claws up because when I got her, she was already declawed in the front. But she
I think she could do it.
She would try.
Yeah.
She would definitely use her back, but she didn't use her back claws to try to get leverage and like jump off or anything. She was good about it, but I knew I was pushing it. I knew I was. I had 3K less words before joining. I felt awful for this being day 11 and not feeling like I'm getting anywhere, but this was helpful. It gave you a push. I'm so glad.
So the thing about Nano is that I know that it pushes you to write 50,000 words, but not everybody is that kind of writer. There are writers out there, successful, published authors that write 500 words a day that are just slow and steady. I think it was Lainey Taylor said that she writes just very slowly because she kind of edits as she writes and she just is a very slow writer. So it's okay. If it takes you a year, it takes you a year. I think it was something like if you write 100 words a day, you have like 36,000 words at the end of the year or something like that. I can't remember. There was something like 500 words. Somebody said something like, if you write 500 words a day, you still have over like 100,000 words at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah. I love Nano for the community aspect. I don't love Nano for the I have to rush and then a lot of people getting garbage words down for, the sake of getting that 50K. So I'm not somebody who writes slow, but I'm also not somebody who's going to force it. So it'll happen. Everybody,
Yeah, I feel like I did focus too much on just get the words down. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad.
Just get that 50K.
And I'm like, okay, but if I get 50K worth of words and I end up deleting 30K worth of them, I wasted time.
Yeah.
So like I might as well just go slower,
mm-hmm.
Quit focusing on word counts and getting so many a day. Just getting good words in.
Yeah, I think you use it as an opportunity to write with the community, to kind of talk to one another and cheer one another on. But I think the whole 50K is not a necessity. Do what feels right for you. And then you still get to be a part of it all. Yeah. Like nobody knows. Nobody in these chats is gonna be like, you didn't actually finish Nano. It's like
we don't care. Nobody cares.
We don't care.
And the thing too is like every writer's different. So if part of your process is writing as quick as you can and getting all the garbage words and then figuring out where you're going from there, that's cool too.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
Whatever works.
I found out it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So
I'm a very slow writer. I've never won a Nano. If you got progress, I think you won.
Yeah. That's why I like the Camp Nano, because you can set your own goal. Yeah. It could be just 20,000 words or whatever. Like you can do editing goals.
Yeah. Just said that's Merlin. I can be your friend. Sometimes sit on the edge of mom's chair. She otherwise hates you. Angry cat paps from the front paws can still be painful. Yeah. She's
very gentle about her cat paps though.
She is. She'll rat a tat you, but it's very, very sweet and soft. So, it's okay. Just put the link in the comments for the weekend sprint playlist. So if you guys want to head there, you can get all the sprintage. You can fix them. You can. Like the Grinch in the Jim Carrey version. Take trash, make an angel out of it. Slow and steady wins the race, or in our case, create something epic. We hope. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve. Sorry, we're about to leave.
I don't think he really cares. Just saying hi. I can only do 50K in the Nano when I'm doing Discover drafts. It's more like bullet point list for plot with giant swaths of world building, taking things out with myself. Talking things, not taking things. Yeah.
Every book is different too. Sometimes I need to just like write and not think about what the words are. Sometimes I'd rather do it slow and make it nice.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever failed any Nano that I've done. I do care, Julie. I care a lot. Sorry. That was our last sprint though, so you're not gonna be able to see the faces too much longer. But thanks for saying hello. Yeah. Long story short, do what feels right. He's okay. You guys come here and you make progress every single time. And that's awesome.
Every writer's a valid writer.
Just been listening for the last 10 minutes and so agree on Nano. It's more of a community event. The vibes are more, I think so. I think it's a great way to meet other writing friends, critique partners, like sprint buddies, just be a part of it all. And I think that's the great thing about Nano. I think you focus on that and let the words come as they will. It's all right. How do you have pictures? Are you just screenshotting us in horrible poses and like, looking at them later? That's not creepy. I'll tell you right now, I don't have a single picture of you, Steve. Not a one. Not because I don't love your face, just that would be weird. Are we going to have all day sprints at any point?
I don't know. I don't think we've scheduled any all day sprints, have we?
We have not. However, we did schedule sprints for the day after Thanksgiving in the US for the morning, and we would probably continue that day. I think that's the plan, is to probably continue, but we haven't said anything for sure. Yeah, that Friday.
I know people are going to be out shopping, but
no,
I'm not. So.
Mm-mm. And we also have left it open to, if on any given Saturday we wanted to continue, we might. But today we do have to get some things done, so we won't be. Can always watch the replay instead, Steve.
This is why you should turn on notifications for Julie's channel, because we might just decide one day, just middle of the day, just to jump on.
That's gonna hurt. So the day I'm at work, you're doing lots of sprints. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Look, if you have any other suggestions of when you're available and want to do all day sprints with us, let us know.
Yeah, you want to hop in, we can make it work. I don't think we have a ton of weekend plannage, so going outside, right? Funny joke. Shop online during sprints. Yeah, we have to go outside today, but yeah, I will not. I don't go people for Black Friday sales. I refuse. I worked at Walmart for 2-3 years during Black Friday, and I was like, I will never.
It's a hard pass. I'll buy online for Cyber Monday or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going shopping. Delightfully pass on that. Definitely catch the Nano discussion and replay. Basically, at work during all of the extra sprints. I'm at work right now. Sucks to suck. Currently doing Nano, and I'm enjoying this project so much. I love that.
I love that. I love it when it's just fun to write.
Yes. I hate Black Friday. Wild Wild West. Queer. Lead monster hunting cowboys. Culty yeehaw vibes. Texas. Just say Texas. Just say Texas. People during Black Friday are scary. No, thank you. I was like, listen, you can work in Nano all you want. She meant retail. That makes more sense. Mm-hmm. Sorry. It's okay. All right, friends, we're going to take off so that we can go get done what we need to get done, come back and keep writing. So hopefully we will see you in other sprints around the Nano YouTubes It's Colorado and Wyoming, but close.
Look, I'm not sure if you've ever been to Texas, Deke, but there is no Colty Yeehaw vibes more
Than Texas.
than Texas. Trust me. I lived there for, how old am I? 40 years. It's very cold. I've been in contact with Colts there on accident many times, and I don't get out much. So what does that tell you?
Yeah. All right, friends. Thank you for joining us this morning. We will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. EST for our regular sprints, our non-nano all the time sprints. That's it.
Yay.
Happy reading. Keep it going. Bye.
Bye.